got out of hand, and I still see Steve Trout today at the Cubs convention. He gave up 7 runs in 2 innings, so he takes credit for setting up the Sandberg game about the way being down 7-0, and then we came back, and it was a nationally televised game of the week. Big deal. Back in the day,
Yeah.
everybody watching, and then the Cubs Cardinals, and we were. I think we were a game or a half a game out of first place, which was a big deal at that time. But just got off to a great start, and before I know it, I had a 3-hit day going into the 7th, 8th inning. Down by 1 against Bruce Sutter, kind of a nothing to lose all the game type of a mentality. And both Larry Bola and Bill Buckner said, hey, just remember his pitch goes down and into you. Kind of swing in that spot, down and in. And that was my hot spot that year. So it was one of the few times, maybe the only times off of him where I actually aimed for the bottom half of the baseball instead of the top half of the baseball. So when I swung, I saw the ball here, I actually swung underneath the ball just because they told me that. That was the adjustment I made, and actually caught those pitches on the uphill and hit the first home run. Couldn't believe it, around the bases. At that time, they were getting ready to sign off. They had the credits going over my at-bat with the producer, the cameraman, and then Bob Costas yells out, oh, can you believe it, home runs, that stopped. And they had already named the Willie McGee.
I read that today. He had a cycle.
He hit for the cycle. He was named the player of the game of that game, and then that all stopped. We played another 2 innings. Bruce Sutter's still in there. Back in the day, if a closer failed to get a save, oftentimes they'd stay and pitch for 2 or 3 innings. That was kind of a norm. So now we're down 2, and the same thing happens. The same swing, same pitch, same results, and the place went nuts. And then it was a little utility guy who's just up from Iowa, Davey Owen, got a base hit following that home run that drove in the winning run, and we celebrated. And it was about a team win, and I think we took over first place by half a game. Didn't give it up after that. It was actually the first time I actually did a post-game interview on the field, which you see every day now. Back then, that was a rarity. So I was asked by the Cardinals and Jack Buck to go over and do their radio in their dugout. So I went in there and celebrated for a second. Oh, do the radio? Yeah. So I ran across the field, and the crowd was still there. And they cheered once again as I went over to do that interview. I did the interview with Jack Buck. Came back across, they're yelling again and going nuts, went back in there. And I just remember I couldn't even see my locker, going back to my locker because the media was all around it. So did all that. And that was my first experience about talking about the game and the team and everything.